Hello and welcome to this week's 2-minute drill. It's a special session wrap-up. Session ended on Sunday in short overtime. We've been digesting all of the legislation and we're ready to go ahead and give you a lot of information in a brief amount of time. So let's go ahead and get started. Fortunately, we're going to go ahead and start with the hits that the business community took. Top of the list is graduated income tax. That is going to go ahead and do away with potentially the flat tax we all enjoy, as well as allow multiple taxes on sources of income. Very, very important. We'll be talking about that for the next 18 months. $15 minimum wage, we've known that's been out there. Huge hit on small business. We're going to stay after that one and try and modify and mitigate the damage there in future sessions. Coal ash, if you burn coal, we had a costly new program that's going to come into place. Freight crews, the rail industry is going to see their costs go up and their regulation go up. That's not positive by any means. Corporate board regulation, we definitely made that much, much less of a problem, but still state government shouldn't be involved in public corporate boards regulation. 50 different states regulating corporate boards doesn't make sense. So unfortunately, though, that did pass as well. Small business regulation as well. A lot of regulations that used to apply to businesses at 20 or more employees, that's been reduced substantially. So that was an early hit as well. Now we did go ahead and get some, avoid some hits. So this is our hits avoided. The streaming tax that consumers would pay, we knocked that off pretty early. Also, Senate Bill 1407, which would have mandated unions in all sorts of workplaces that had any kind of certain liquids and combustibles on the premises. We held that off for a year. We're going to have to stay on that one because that one's coming back. Data privacy, huge win to get this pushed off. Small businesses, medium-sized businesses, large businesses would all have been regulated in a very restrictive and very costly manner under Senate Bill 3358. Tyler Deers and the Technology Council did a great job to go ahead and get that pushed off. Sexual harassment, Senate Bill 75, there are going to be new regulations, and there are going to be things you're going to have to do to your handbook, your workplace practices, but Jay Shattuck did a great job negotiating that to something that employers, we think, can live with, but definitely look into the sexual harassment changes in Senate Bill 75. Then finally, we got a pass on paid sick leave and scheduling regulation. Those are going to be terrible for especially small businesses. We avoided that for this year. We know they're going to come back. So we'll go ahead and wrap up with the wins, though, and business community really got a lot of wins. This was a tale of two sessions. At the front end, we were taking all the hits. At the last week, we really got a lot of stuff done, and surprisingly so. But a lot of good people working together got this done. So the first thing, the capital package for transportation modernization and investment did pass. $45 billion, the first package in 10 years. Very, very important. And what we got out of it as well at the chamber was that sales tax shift we've been talking about. The sales tax that goes on motor fuel that used to go to GRF is now going to go into the road fund and really boost spending. We think that's a great idea. Also, we got a fix for a trade-in cap. Machinery was going to be the value of trade-ins on the sales tax exemption was going to be drastically lowered. We get that removed, and also the commercial distribution fee for trucking was removed as well. Data centers, huge win for the state in competing with other states for multi-billion-dollar projects. Sometimes Illinois now joins other states in having a data centers incentive. There's a major initiative of the Illinois Chamber, put together a great coalition, including organized labor, and we got that done. Huge win. Manufacturers Purchase Credit, our friends at the Manufacturers Association really took the lead. But our own Keith Stats wrote the language that really expands and improves the manufacturer's purchase credit. Big win there. Again, franchise tax repeal, franchise amnesty that the chamber championed. And finally, the Blue Collar Jobs Act was a nice add-in as well. It gives new labor cost credits for certain industrial projects. So that's a nice throw in as well. Great support from certainly Leader Brady, Leader Durkin, but the Democrats came along as well and said, you know what, we really do need something to help business out. So we'll be digesting this further. We'll get you more information as we proceed into the summer and we learn more about these bills. Thank you for staying with us for the session, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.